Hi. Okay. Hi everyone. Please do well to indicate if you can hear me. All right. Thank you. Uh, it seems a lot of people are not yet here, and I don't really want to continue when they are not yet there. So I'll just give like some 2 minutes and see if they can join. If not, I'll try to answer the questions that are there, and then we'll end the call. But do well to remind them if you, yeah, do well to remind them on Slack or wherever you guys are connected. Okay, guys, one more time, just indicate if you can hear me, and good evening from my end though. I know it's some people's morning. Uh, just indicate by show of hand if you can hear me, so we can kickstart and continue. All right, thank you very much, David. Thank you, Danso. Thank you, Dara. Yeah, I can see the turnout is almost discouraging though. But I cannot be without answering the questions you guys posted. So I am just going to dive into that right now and start answering the questions. If you still have questions that you had not yet submitted to the form, um, you can drop it now or you can drop it here on the chat section on YouTube. I'll go through them and answer them. But for now, I'll just go through the questions that you guys submitted and try to answer them one after the other. I really wish the people that submitted those questions are here so that I will not have to be repeating myself because I came to realize that most of the questions that were submitted are a repetition of what we already went through for the past office hours that we had. But anyway, if I see anyone that repeated, I'll try to answer, but I will not go into the details as we did before because you are expected to have gone through the past office sessions and grabbed the things that you're supposed to grab there. Okay, so I'm going to start with the questions. I'll start with the first one. Good afternoon. I want to ask if it is not confusing to be taking both front end and back end. I think I had answered this question before. It turns out to be a repetition, but like I said before, it depends on your dedication. Taking front end and back end is not going to be confusing. It just needs you to see how to fraction your time and know how to take the two, right? Um, it's not going to be confusing. But if you see that it's going to be confusing, you should check if there is still an option on the LMS where you can switch track and take just one. But I think you can actually take the two. That is the reason why you have full stack there. So there are many students who are going in for full stack. Doesn't mean they are really going to be confused. No, it's not going to be confusing. I think yeah, you can take it. The second question says, I am a bit lost with regard to preparing our PC for PHP. Guys, these questions are repeating. All right, whoever asked this question, please just watch our last office session. Our last office hour, we literally took all the time to set up PHP on both Linux and Windows. Okay, so you can recheck that, so I don't have to repeat myself again. Um, the other questions, someone is saying, I would like to know if Node.js class is also for full stack track. This question is out of context. We are in a PHP session, so Node.js. Yes, but I think there is Node.js full stack. So for both front end and back end. So you do Node.js back end and front end. So there is that option. Okay. The next question, do I need a laptop or can I use my smartphone? No, with PHP, you cannot use your smartphone. please do well to look for a laptop or a desktop because PHP is best practice on your computer. Okay. Um, Good afternoon, please. I would like to know how the classes will be holding. Check the Slack channel for this, please. Okay, this question, what can I accomplish with PHP as a full stack developer? Um, let me try to answer this question. PHP literally is one of the most popular web programming language. So literally, if you are a PHP developer, you are able to build web applications. You are able to build backend APIs that can even work with mobile applications. You're able, in fact, PHP is it's useful for things that relate to businesses. Yeah, if you have a business, you can use PHP to build applications that will manage your business. And it is simple enough to actually get started with it. So being a PHP full stack developer, you have a lot of opportunities out there, especially in the business world, because most applications that will be built or yeah, will be web applications, and with PHP, you are actually ahead of others. I think that question is answered. If there are other answers, guys, feel free to even drop if you have other answers in the chat section. That would be great. Should we already know PHP to start this course? No, this course is starting from scratch. So you literally do not have to you are not supposed to have any prior knowledge of programming or whatever. But if you had, then good. But like we said, we are starting from ground up, starting from the basics of PHP right up to the level where you can do something. Okay. The next question here, I'm just going to go to the ones that have not been answered before, so I don't repeat myself. Um, Okay, so what are the difference between SQLite, MySQL, and SQL? Because it's somehow confusing. How many people actually have this question in mind? Please do well to, if you have the questions in mind, just reply them here. Okay, guys, so I'm going to check again. Yeah, thank you very much. Some of you are already dropping answers to those questions. I'll continue with the question. What are the differences between SQLite, MySQL, and SQL? Well, this can be confusing, actually. But one thing you should know is that SQL is the standard query language or structured query language that you use to access and manipulate relational databases. That is what SQL is. So we could refer to SQL as the language, right? So MySQL is a database management system and is server-side, all right? So MySQL is a server-side and open source database management system for relational databases. Okay. Now, what about SQLite? SQLite is also a database management system, and it was written in ANSI C actually. Now, the difference between MySQL and SQLite is that, firstly, you should know just from the name SQLite, it's kind of a light version of MySQL, and it is serverless. So it doesn't depend on a server. You don't necessarily need to have a server installed on your machine for it to work. Okay, so SQLite is serverless, and just like you see, MySQL is a server-based database management system, and SQLite is also self-contained. You see, so with just a file, you're able to actually store data and manipulate it. But with MySQL, you literally need a server that will create a database, and that database has tables and so on. So also with MySQL, you definitely need configurations once you start. If you are writing code, you need configurations at the beginning. But with SQLite, there is little or no configurations because you just need the file to store your data into it. Okay, so that is the difference between these. I know some of you will really be quite confused. Just know that SQLite is kind of a light and serverless version of MySQL, and SQL now is the language that you will use to manipulate data, whether in SQL, whether in MySQL database management system or in SQLite. I don't know if that helped the person that asked this question. Um, yeah, if the person that asked the question was there, it would really be nice if you can actually push a comment so we know that you got it. Guys, did you get that? If you got it, please you just indicate. And if you did not get it clear, feel free to drop a question, because I want us to understand this well. It's kind of a foundation. If you cannot differentiate between SQLite, MySQL, and SQL itself, then you have problems. So if you got it, please do well to drop comments here so uh, I can continue. Guys, I am literally waiting for your comments so I can continue. Please just do well to uh, comment if you got the difference between SQL, MySQL, and SQLite. That is something that you really need to understand. All right, so just a recap, SQL is the structured query language that you use to access and manage databases. MySQLite is a database management system which is server oriented, so it needs a server, while SQLite could be considered as a light version of MySQL that is serverless and needs little or no configurations to get started with. All right, so I will just push to the next question. Um, are we going to get like a brochure of, yeah, course material? The course outline, the first office hour, I took some time to actually go through the course outline. We are sorry, we will not send the course outline out, but if you want to actually get it, feel free to go back to the first office hour that we had, and you're actually going to have it there. I think so. Yeah. So Another person made mention of the fact that he or she is using a Linux operating system and how to install PHP. Please refer to the last office hour we had. It was all based on installing PHP on Linux and Windows. All right. So somebody is also asking which app are we using to learn PHP? Um, it's basically VS Code. Zuri recommends VS Code. Other people use IntelliJ, other people use PHP Storm, other people use Atom. You just need to figure out the editor that is best for you. But at Zuri here, we do recommend VS Code because it's quite simple and yeah, provides a lot of tools that can help you. So somebody is talking about not being able to install PHP on Mac. Uh, about this, I'm going to drop a link in the chat section for those using Mac, how to install PHP. So you should check this. I just dropped a link in the chat section on YouTube. So or the one from Skillset. Just open that link if you have problems setting up PHP on Mac OS. So we can continue. So if you still have problems with that after going through the link, feel free to drop a question on Slack or on the LMS. We will respond to you. All right, I will go to the next question. Uh, please, how can I install PHP on my MacBook? Okay, I think I just dropped a link about this. And then the next question is, how relevant is PHP in today's era? Okay, so this question is actually, yeah, it's tricky, but PHP is relevant. That should be the answer, right? Yes, PHP is still relevant and popular for web development and web application development. All most business-oriented programs or most business-oriented applications that are written out there, uh, they are actually written with PHP and its frameworks. So PHP is still relevant, and I don't think it's going to lose relevance anytime soon. So just know that PHP is still relevant for web development. It is easy, fast, and it is constantly updated. And there is a wide market for specialists who can work with it. So if you are learning PHP and you are like, um, is there somebody who is going to employ me someday? The answer is yes. There is a very wide market for PHP developers. All right. So you don't need to worry about not having a job in the future because you are doing PHP. PHP is actually like any other programming language, but like I said, it's more specialized for web application development, backend APIs development, and yeah, simple websites that you build that need some backends and so on. Yeah, that's how PHP, that's its relevance. All right. Uh, and somebody is asking, what tools do I need and how do I set up this program? Okay, please refer to our last class. Yes, but literally the tools you need VS Code for your coding, you need PHP installed and MySQL. Now, PHP installed, MySQL installed. How do you install MySQL? Just install XAMPP and you're going to have MySQL installed. I think that will help. Yeah, I think I should take some time and write a blog post on the LMS that will literally take you through all of this. I don't know what do you guys say about that? Hey guys, I'm listening. I want to see your reactions to that. What do you say if I write some a blog post on the LMS and refer to you guys so that you can actually uh, yeah, you can refer to it later. I think that would be quite cool. Yeah, it's an idea. I think I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so yes, I will write a blog post hopefully this night, and I will try to, yeah, I'll try my best to make sure that it's really explicit for you guys to understand. All right, to our next question, can I start coding without prior knowledge? We answer this. The answer is yes. All right, for somebody who is saying, I didn't see PHP in CMD, please try to refer to our last session, right? Uh, you remember the last time I told you guys that I don't use Windows that often, right? So today I am not using Windows to show you that. So please just try to refer to our last session. It was really very explicit. So if you follow it, you're actually going to be able to set up PHP. Nevertheless, if you still have problems, feel free to drop your questions on Slack with screenshots. We will actually take you through. And guys, do well to help your mates if you already have it set up. It's nice. It's one of the ways of connecting with others. All right. Okay, somebody is talking about trying to install Node.js and PHP, but my command prompt isn't acknowledging both after trying. By the way, so the first question is, are you going to do Node.js and PHP? Well, it's not bad, but well, no, but just do well to drop a screenshot on Slack or a question on the LMS. I think the LMS can actually take a picture, so you see how to drop a question so that we can respond to that. I can't really respond to that right now because the best way to help you is to see what you've done. All right, so just drop your comments on Slack, and then we'll respond to this. Is that okay? Okay, guys. The next question. The interface to edit path in is different in my system. I think all Windows systems literally have the same process. It might just be that the size uh, of your how they call that, the size of your windows is small or whatever, but it literally has the same process. I think this person is for Windows 8. Who else has a problem setting up PHP on Windows 8? Or who else is using Windows 8 here? Please just drop a comment so we know. Maybe your mate could actually refer to you to see how to set up the PHP. But to the person who has this problem, I'll be able to actually help you more if you provide more details. And like I said, I will recommend Slack for now. Just drop a picture and the worry you have on Slack. Uh, Even in the main channel, there are two channels, right? For the full stack people, you have PHP full stack, and the backend people, you have PHP backend. So whichever track you are in or whichever course you are taking, just drop a comment with a photo of the problem you're having. Um, Truth, if you drop it today, I will help you today. So just do well to actually drop your comments, drop your worries on Slack. This kind of worries, okay? Okay, another person has an out of context question. Is Python programming important for backend developers to understand? Guys, please respond to this question. We are doing PHP and somebody is asking about Python. Or yeah, all programming languages are important. So Python too is important. All right, we are friends. Though our syntax are not friends, they don't quite resemble. But anyway, Python is also good for backend. Yes, it is good. All right, but please do well to drop questions next time. When do well to drop questions that are course related. Okay, we have our course PHP, but if you have problems like that have to do with front end, you can also drop it because there is PHP full stack. I could also help too. Okay, but about Python, Node.js, Java, or mobile, please don't drop it in our class because we are not doing that. All right. Okay, somebody is talking about finding it difficult to download XAMPP. Or what's the difficulty you are facing? Let me try to pronounce this name, Damilola. Okay, okay. What's the difficulty you are facing? Please just drop it so that I can see what to do. While she's dropping that, let me check the last question that is here. Please, I have been trying to install PHP on my system, but it's not being recognized after testing on command prompt. I've gone through the video, but I can't seem to get it. Please, could you help out with written step by step? All right. Yes, like I said, I am going to see how to come up with a blog post on the LMS, or if the LMS does not support that, I'll try to do it on Medium and send you guys the link. Okay, so do not worry, I'll try my best to actually come up with something about that. Yes guys, those are the questions that are here. Let me see if I left any out. Yeah, I literally left some out. Let me check. Okay, some people, this goes to everybody who is not seeing their course, or yeah, anybody that is not seeing their yeah, any task on the LMS. Please, I want you guys to take note. All right, make sure you have registered the course. Literally, you will not see any task if you don't register the course. So do well to register it, please. I have seen these questions several places on Slack, on the LMS. Please register the course. So visit your platform. Uh, let me see. Let me see if I have the platform here. No, I don't have. Let me just see if I can set up something here. But you have to visit the platform, go to your dashboard. You are going to see course, and from the course outline, you are able to actually see somewhere to enroll. I'm trying to see if I can show you guys that, but that is not my job right now. My job is supposed to be um, how to answer your PHP questions. But anyway, let me just see if I can help you guys with this. All right, so while I am trying to pull up the application, let me see. It's saying installer isn't commonly downloaded. Um, Wait, which system are you using, please? All right, Windows 10. Okay, please can you try to message me on Slack? Yeah, I think you should try to message me on Slack. Like immediately after this, just message me so I can see what the problem is, because I cannot ask you to share your screen. I'm sorry. Okay, so just do well to message me on Slack. Yes, Sarah. Learning PHP, and so far I have noticed that it's very similar to JavaScript, though some of the syntax looks different. It feels the same. So please, what's the main difference between PHP and JavaScript? Well, PHP is server side. JavaScript is mainly client side. All right. I think that is the main difference. So Literally, JavaScript is not primarily meant to run in the backend. PHP is, okay? So PHP, like I said, it is server side and JavaScript is client side. I think that's the most common answer you will get. Is that okay, Tara? All right, guys, I'm trying to pull up the LMS here because I want you guys to see this. All right, so this is my LMS, and I want you guys to notice this. Let me see which one is a student here. Okay, so I'm going to log in as a student. And I have to complete my profile. I'm going to skip this for now. And I'll get to my dashboard. So guys, please do well to confirm if you can see my screen, please. Let me not be sharing here when you cannot see my screen. Can you see my screen, guys? All right, you're literally behind. But I want you guys to note what is here right now. So this is the normal student dashboard, how it looks like. And up here, you have this select track and you have select course. Okay. So first thing you have to do is that make sure you are enrolled in a track. And literally right now, there are just two tracks, I guess. You have, I think the general and the elective. Is that how it is called? Yeah, something like that. So you have to make sure, let me show you something. Uh, Please don't do whatever I'm doing right now. I want to enroll first before I'm able to enroll. Okay. So okay, so when you visit your tracks, when you click on the track, let me go back to the dashboard and start over again. So when you visit your dashboard, this is how it looks like. And first thing you have to do is you select your track by clicking on the select track button. Then, based on the number of courses or the number of tracks that the LMS has allowed that you can enroll into, you just need to click on the enroll button. All right. So, for example, please do not see whatever is here right now, something like back end, front end. This is something else. But on your dashboard, you have something like you have something like general and elective, I guess. So you need to click on enroll, whether you are enrolling for elective or general. But I think general, everybody actually does enroll for general. When you click on it, you actually see that you are enrolled. Then you go back to your dashboard and click on select course. Okay. When you click on select course, you also have all the courses listed for the track you choose. Now you are also going to click on what? Enroll. And that is how you will be able to get access to all the tasks that have been published for the course you just enrolled into. Now, if you have not enrolled into any of this, you will not see any of the tasks. I want you guys to take note of this. All right. So this is literally how you are able to enroll for a course and a track for you to be able to see, um, yeah, your questions. Okay. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. And if you are okay with this, please just comment here. Let me know that you guys have gotten me. Or if you have a question, do well to just post a question here. All right. Thanks for notifying me, John. All right, guys, that is how you are able to actually see your task. I think this particular thing I did right now should be re-echoed to your fellow students because I saw a lot of questions on this, not being able to see task and so on. So just make sure this gets to them. Um, okay, or if you even missed it, you do well to watch it and see how you can get updated. So that is it. I don't know if there is. All right, John, go ahead and ask your question, please. So, John, I am waiting for your question. All right, you were not able to submit your task before the set date of submission. Is it that there was an error, or you were not able to submit, as in you could not submit before the deadline? Or which of this applies to you, please? Okay, so what happened? So I'm still waiting for your reply. Let me see. Is it that I'm not updated? Let me see. Well, I think the best way to help you here, if I keep on waiting for you to reply, just do it. Message me on Slack too, please. I think I'll best respond to you there. All right, guys. Do you guys have any other worry? Do you have something that I have not talked about that you think it is necessary, please just do well to drop it. And guys, I need something from you guys right now. You guys are watching, you keep watching this live hours and you don't even give a like. How do you guys feel? Like, how do you feel not giving a like? All right, guys, just give one like each as you are watching right now. Okay, Tara, please, when are we going to get some introduction to Laravel? Tara, this is a 10 weeks program, right? So you literally will be introduced to all the tasks as time prevails, right? Like, I mean, like as time passes. And from tomorrow, you should start getting tasks from the first week, second week, third week. I think from the sixth week, we'll start introducing Laravel and getting into APIs and so on. All right. So that is it. Okay, guys, I can actually see you are giving the like. That's nice. You should keep on giving because I'm actually seeing more people here than the likes. All right, guys, I'm still waiting. If you have a question, we'll soon be ending. Just do well to ask your question. If you don't have a question, okay. But if you have a question, do not leave the live session past now. Just do well to ask your question so that we actually respond to them and see how to move ahead. I think this is the last office hour for the day. So if you actually do have a question, you can feel free to ask. I can dedicate more minutes for you. That is, if you ask a question. But wait, if you don't ask a question, then we'll end the call, right? Um, all right. So while people are thinking of their questions to ask, I just want to let you guys know how the program is again going to be from this week that is coming. So your task for this week might have to do with introduction to PHP and all the basics of PHP. Um, it will have to do with a lot of, do you guys call it OBJ, Nigerians? For Cameroonians, they call it MCQs. So it's going to be kind of multiple choice, firstly. So, but it's really going to be tricky because it's code and you need to write code for you to be able to answer the multiple choice. So you have to, don't just answer the question because you want to submit. Make sure you write the code, run it, and get the response or the answer before submitting it. Okay, so please do well to actually follow that. It's going to be great if you do that. But if you don't, all right. Okay, I'm sorry. Somebody talked about linking PHP to CSS. Let me see. So what about my question about linking CSS with PHP? Where is the CSS file placed? All right. Should I get into this now? But literally, you don't have to place the CSS file in a particular location for it to work. Anyway, anywhere it is, it can actually work. Now, it just depends on how you are able to relate the path. All right. So you use the include keyword to actually link CSS. But let me see, how do I put this? Yes, any file that you are working with, you can actually include it or require it. You just need to, I think we should get into that next week, but if you really want the answer, just get to me on Slack. I think that will be good. So just like how you link CSS in HTML, I think that will be the same way that you link. So you have your HTML or PHP file that has some HTML syntax. You can actually still write HTML on how to link the CSS. So yeah, if you really need a response to that, do well to get to me on Slack. Yeah, I might start doing that next week. Okay, our office hours from next week, I will start responding to this kind of questions. But for this week, like we said, it was more for setup. Okay, yes. So let me see if I am leaving something out. um yeah, I wanted to say something but I have forgotten. Yeah. so I've forgotten. Anyway, but that is it, guys. I think David, yes, feel free to message me on Slack, David, or you can keep the questions so that the next office hour we'll be having will actually deal with that. All right. So the next thing that I wanted to say is that our office hour on Thursday, 3 p.m., has been shifted to Saturday, 8 p.m., I think. Um, I know that most of you guys are really available at night. That is why I tried to shift the office hours towards the evening period. If you notice, all PHP office hours are towards the evening period, and it's going to stay like that. Also, because I think, yeah, that is when I am more available and I can dedicate a lot of time for that. Okay, so that is the update we have. Our office hour for PHP on Thursday 3 p.m. has been shifted to Saturday 8 p.m. Yes. So are we going to have live classes, or we will just be directed to videos to watch whenever we have tasks, then office hours for? Yes, the Snr, that is how the program is. All right. The last cohort, most of the tutorials you're having now were live classes with the last cohort. So instead of having to actually be having live classes with you guys again to teach what was already taught, those videos were recorded and you can watch them. And then we now have office hours where you ask your questions. Okay. I think that's actually an improvement. Uh, it will save your time and it will save my time. And if you notice, this program is self-paced. So you see that the office hours is not compulsory for you to attend. Yeah, so it's actually good like that. Yes, guys, I think if you guys have no other questions, we might just be ending now, except somebody still has a question. So I have 16 people here, and I have 17 people again. All right, guys. I want you guys to like this video right now. Like the video. It's necessary. Okay. All right, guys. So you guys give me your last reply. Should we end here? Hey, nobody's replying if we should end here. I am waiting. Oh. Should we end here? Should I end the session? Yeah, I think I should. I think I should. So guys, thank you guys very much for attending. Please do well to encourage your mates to attend these live sessions because they get their questions here, and yeah, they get their questions well answered here. Most of the replies I give are replies to questions that are on the FAQ section on the LMS. All right. So I want you guys to yeah, feel free anytime you have your questions, do well to ask them on the LMS. That's the best place to ask your question. Okay. Even though, yeah, Slack is secondary, but if you have a question, first ask it on the LMS, then ask it on Slack. Because if you have the question asked on the LMS, you get updated when an answer is given. Okay. All right, guys. It was a nice time. So you guys have a great night. Right. Good night to you all. And then for people who are still in their mornings or in their afternoons, you guys will meet us. Okay. See you.